Let's talk about some things. I know people watch these streams later on, so we gon' it's a na 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 house tonight. Na 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 na. Shake that. Oh my God! Every day I'm hustling. Why did that song just come to my mind? That's not a good thing. Hold up. Who is this? There's a guy named Michael here. Every day I'm shuffling. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. All right. What you doing up at this hour? Luna Matrix? Man, I'm probably about to study a little bit. I'm probably about to study a little bit. I was doing SQL. Plus, I was like, I'm gonna tell you, like, when I'm trying to get back into streaming regularly, and so when you doing that, hold up, every day I'm shuffling. Oh, let me move this out the way. Oh, brother, hold up. Do I have rain in the? No, I don't. Hold on. Let me copy this URL. Ah! All right, so I'm gonna take this. No, this is not the one. This is the one. Oh yeah, I do remember. I used to gatekeep rain sounds. I used to gatekeep rain sounds because I was like, y'all can only experience this on my channel. Oh my God, that's so sad. Um, Let me see something because I gotta post this in the Discord and so yeah. So just like I talk about like when studying, it's like some people ask me how do I study so long sometimes because I'm slowly getting. Well, I actually study all day at work, but I can't live stream that shit, of course. But I study all day at work. Um, I didn't see this. So I've been having a hard month. So I'm trying to get back into streaming. What is this about? I should automate this, but still I haven't, and I'm okay with it. It's raining pretty hard where you are. Are you in the southern United States? Why am I learning SQL? I'm learning SQL because I'm trying to become some sort of data analyst for human resources in the human resources field. Oh, does it say SQL on there? Yeah. So we're doing SQL. Ask me questions before I start because I'm ignore people once I start. I think I stopped here. Yeah, 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 yeah. I did stop here. Let me get my and the reason I did you give up being a web developer? I did I give up? I don't like to say like that I gave up, but you can say that I gave up if that's the definition. If from what I'm about to say gives you give up vibes, then yeah, I feel like it's a pivot. I feel like Sunday is my birth. Okay, so think about it this way. Think about it this way. 2 months ago, April, literally 420. I was my first day at this new position, right? And at that point, I had been unemployed for 9 to 10 months. Uh, so then the question becomes like, am I supposed to not take that job to become a web developer, or am I supposed to take that job and then try to become a web developer, right? So I chose to take the job. Then the question becomes, well, should I go into the human resources field, or should I continue studying to become a web developer, right? So I'm in this field that people are actively trying to break in. Regardless, I mean, let's be honest. Um, there is a lot of people are unemployed right now, right? So I'm in this career. I could either try to build up this career, and or I could still become a web developer. So the reason I chose to go into the HR direction is because number one, I'm getting old. Okay? Time is flowing by. Time is looking at me like, "Are you coming, bitch?" So, for example, my birthday is Sunday. I will be 35 years old. Okay? I'm fat. I'm fat. I'm black, and I'm broke. That is not a good combo. That is not a good combo. Okay? No spouse, no kids, none of that. Bank account looking at me like, you know? So there's decisions that I have to make that are bigger, that are a part of the bigger picture of my life, right? So I wanted to become a web developer. But then we factor in all the shit that's going into web development. I did give it a good shot. But once I got into HR, what I was trying to find at that point, because I've been in HR for 3 months now, what I was trying to find was a way to mix HR with some of my coding background. And so what I found was a field called Human Resources Information Systems. And then we have Human Resources Analysts. And then we have People Analytics, and everything that has to do with gathering data, um, looking at trends and all of that. And that's the closest thing that I've seen in HR to um, coding or some type of tech or whatever, right? So originally, I was trying to learn SQL so that I could use this, because we use a form of this. Okay, in my job, we use Naviline, and y'all can look up what Naviline is. Naviline essentially holds a lot of personnel data, and so this is, some people, they call it the green screen, AS400, or they use IBM I. I think it's IBM I now, because I think they sunsetted AS400. So my goal was to, and y'all can look up what AS400 is right here, right? There's a whole history on AS400. I'm gonna put it in the chat if y'all interested in that nerdy shit. So now people use IBM I or something like that, and there's all this information on it. So wow, they have a wow. I didn't know IBM has like the history of IBM. Like there's pages about the. Okay, that's cool. I'm gonna have to go through this. So we got that. So we got the fact that I'm fat, black, and single, and broke, and no spouse, no kids, right? We got that now, right? And we got the fact that I'm about to turn 35 on Sunday, and we have all of that at play, right? All of that is fueling the decisions that I'm making. I currently live in a place where I'm about to leave because it has become contentious, right? Have you ever thought about getting into voice acting work? I think you have an extremely versatile vocal range, and I'd be more than happy to offer you some paid work, $500 per production. This feels very Indian call center scammer type shit. Oh, you know what? Oh yeah. Okay, so I was looking at that name and I was wondering who that is. I don't know about all that. I don't know about all that. I don't know about being a voice actor. That sounds scary. What are you trying to? Are you still making them like Sonic the Hedgehog type shits? But back to what I was saying. Hit me up on Discord about that, because I am a brokey. So, um, what was I saying? So there's a lot of decisions that I have to make. I have to think about a lot of things and how I move forward, and I can't just try to become a web developer in a field that makes even the simplest job application a humiliation ritual. I just saw I don't know if this is actually true, but they were saying that posting on filling out a job application on what's the name of that site, y'all? LinkedIn, Indeed, or something, or mostly LinkedIn. And mind you, we're going for technical positions, right? So a lot of technical positions are posted on LinkedIn, and a lot of people are on LinkedIn, and LinkedIn has been ingrained in the culture. I'll send you the link to the trailer to a project I'm currently working on. It doesn't involve Sonic. Okay. Is that rain too loud, y'all? So that I think the percentage was 0.0867 or something like that. You have a point zero 0.8 or point, because this makes a huge difference. I think you have a 0.0867% chance of landing a position from applying on LinkedIn, right? So it's easy to, and mind you, I don't feel no type of way about whether or not you ask me did I give up. But that's not the problem. The problem is that what I'm the decisions that you have to make as you get older become extremely complex, like, or a little bit more complicated, or there's different factors that, like, when I was 25 I didn't have to worry about my knees. I did squats yesterday because, again, I'm trying to be an ex fat ass. Actually, the volume of the rain is perfect. I wish more streamers use background ambience. Yeah, me too. So, like, when I was 25, I didn't have to factor in, ooh, I have a bad back. I have hurt my back so many times, well, enough times in the last 3 years to where now I'm scared to pick up things because I know I might land on the floor for about 4 or 5 days and have to go get a shot. I just don't want to have to go through. In my last job last year in July, they had to literally help me out of the office from the top floor of that building because my back was hurting so fucking much. Like, it was horrible. So the point that I'm trying to make is that there's different things that I have to think about now, right? There's a lot of different things that I have to think about when I make these decisions. For example, I don't have a place that I can call my own. I don't have a lot of money. I'm fat. I'm black. I'm in the South. I'm in a city with a not a, with few opportunities. Moving across city is difficult. Think about moving across my own town is difficult. Think about, and if that's difficult, then what about even moving to another city? I don't have a car. Things like that. So there's a lot of things that go into, these decisions on how I'm gonna move forward. Once I got that job, I was like, shit, I'm gonna have to go into this career field. I have no other choice. There's no other choice for me. So I have to weigh those options. Right now, what I'm dealing with is office politics, dealing with understanding people, dealing with understanding how things actually get done, dealing with how to navigate and understand power in a highly bureaucratic space. I don't want to have. I just thought you could just do the work and go home and people would be okay, but no. We just can't. We can't do the work. We can't even do the work right and go home. Yeah, and so yeah, I think human resources is a good call. So I think 2 years of experience here will put me in a great situation, and I think what I need to do is spend 2 or more years at this job. I'm really sorry to hear about your current living situations. You deserve better, and I don't say that lightly either. You seem like a pretty stand-up individual, genuinely. Thank you. I appreciate that. But I'll say this: I did it to myself. I take full responsibility for the bullshit that I've done throughout my 20s. I wasn't out there like putting my PP in every living thing with two kneecaps. but I definitely was dealing with trauma, and I was allowing that trauma to tell us to to kind of run my life, right? I wasn't. I was allowing things that happened in the past to run me in different directions, and I wasn't taking responsibility. And the voices I say voices. People are gonna think I had schizophrenia or have schizophrenia. The voices from the trauma were louder than the voice that was trying to guide me in the right direction, if that makes any sense. I know there's some people, probably there's 12 people here. There has to be someone who has went through some shit. And you know what I'm talking about. Like, you trying to make the right decisions, but it's like that old programming, that old script that you've been running on, you know, that comes from an extremely toxic place, that comes from pain, that comes from bullshit, is running in the background, and you're just trying to escape it. And so now what I found in my 30s is that, okay, I have my grip over. I have it. I'm over the edge a little bit. I'm standing now. I just need to walk forward. So I was dangling on this cliff. The trauma was trying to pull me down the hill throughout my 20s, but now I've actually climbed over the ledge and I can see, okay, there's a path forward. My job is not to fall back into the bullshit, into the old programming, into the old scripts that I was running on. And that's where I am now. And so a lot of my decisions, because again, I'll say that a part of my trauma was being a servant to other people. No, I'm not a front end developer. So anyway, oh yeah, I need to change some of this stuff on this YouTube page because I'm tired of people asking me that. So what was I saying? Oh yeah. So there's a lot of there's a now that I have a clearing, now that I can see that there's a path for me, now that I see that I can take care of myself, now that I see that my identity doesn't have to be defined by the things that I went through, but it can be defined by the choices that I make today and going forward. Now that I can really say that and believe it, because again, I really truly believe there's a gap between knowing and acting, right? Some people will say, well, they know that, but yeah, do they believe it enough to act on it? That's a big jump. So a lot of us know that we should eat healthy, but look at me. I'm gonna eat a chocolate chip cookie, bitch. I know that I should eat healthy. So I say all this to say, um, there's different ways I have to go about things. I can't go about things like when I was in my 20s. I can't be delusional. I can't be starry eyed. I'm from a generation, millennials, we were promised that if we just went to school and we went to college, we would come out and we would have a good job. And no, 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 no. What they really meant, what they really meant was that if you get a STEM degree, you have a chance, a higher chance of getting a position. But everything else, communications, any every time I see people get a communications degree, I don't think it's a bad thing, but it's so general. Like getting a psychology degree, just simply a psychology degree, like bachelor's, and not getting master level, uh, degrees. They a lot of times these people are not gonna hire you, or it's gonna be extremely competitive, or it's gonna be hard to get in there. And so essentially, I have to get in where I can get in. Uh, I'm really sorry. Do you feel like you're closing that chapter in your life? Do I feel like I'm closing that chapter in my life? Yes, I do feel like I'm closing that chapter in my life. And I think there's different things that'll start happening when you start closing those chapters. You'll start thinking differently. You'll start moving a little differently. Like things, you will probably feel like there's certain, wow, that nightbot is annoying. And I'm sorry. Let me, yeah, I'm gonna have to turn that off in a second. Just bear with it while I talk about this stuff. Yeah, I do feel like I'm closing a chapter on my life, and I realize that especially in the last month because I could feel I could feel that this it's almost like this body and this way that I'm going about life. just didn't. You know, when you put on clothes that feel too tight and they're uncomfortable, they don't, or you know, maybe they just too. It's rare that we put on clothes that are just way too damn big. But you know, when you put on clothes, ultimately the important thing is that you have enough awareness about how things have affected you and led you down the path you follow. There's your first step to ensuring a better livelihood. That getting there is the hard part. You will find, and I found this, that there's even people in their 50s and 60s. Age is irrelevant when it comes to um, moving forward in trauma. Like when it comes to overcoming trauma, learning to live with it, becoming a better person, destroying those old scripts. And so, anyway, uh, what we're really talking about is overcoming the old program, the old identity that we have. And I guess that's a better way to put it. The identity that I had isn't working for me anymore. And so there's a change that needs to happen. And so um, instead of, I think it's good to double down on the things you're good at, stuff you can do easily without putting in a lot of effort. Hopefully, they can earn you some money. I mean, that yeah, that would be nice. Um, I could hear my phone, but I'm not gonna answer that thing. So I guess what I'm trying to say in is that life has shown me that in some ways it doesn't give a fuck about my plans, but at the same time it needs me to plan. You get what I'm saying? It's telling me that I need to be adaptable, but I also need to have a goal. And I think for a long time I was goalless, or I was delusional about the goals, or I didn't understand how they was gonna play out. Or most of my goals were about, because a large part of the reason I did so many days in a row of coding was because I didn't know how else I could live. I felt miserable without employment. I didn't know what else to do. And I had to sit here behind this computer. And that's why, hey, what's up? What's up, Aziz? And that's why I had to sing. I'm gonna tell you this, and I was telling my coworker this. YouTube has helped me realize that I am worth compassion. That I'm not, and I'll because sometimes I can be very hard on myself. You definitely have a point, regardless of what knowledge you may have that could hypothetically benefit you. It all comes down to the resources you have available to you. That's really frustrating. Sup, you haven't streamed for a while. I have waiter for you. You have waiter. I have waiter. For, oh, you have waited for me. Okay, I'm here. I'm trying to stream more. This is my third stream this week. And like I tell people who say they want to study more, you have to kind of build yourself up to studying more. You have to do like 30 minutes and then an hour and then maybe an hour 15. And sometimes you're not gonna make it to an hour 15. You have to bring it back to an hour, but slowly but surely you build up to like 8 hours. Yeah, I went to college. I'm going to go back and finish my master's degrees. My master's degree. I have like 2 or 3 classes left in my master's degree. Right now, I'm trying to learn AS400, and I am a deer. Oh no, that's not a deer. What do you call it? A stag? I don't know. So I'm trying to so on one of these streams, what's gonna happen is I found out that there's this thing online called, hold up, there's a website that lets you host an AS400 IBM whatever AS400 mock environment. Yeah, Pub 400. So in one of these streams, y'all gonna see me use Pub 400, and y'all gonna see me practice, and I'm gonna get Claude to make some crazy, some stupid data for me or whatever. I'm so confused. Why do people go for master's degrees? What are you talking about? What country are you from? Because you have a name that tells me you have a name that looks like somebody that comes to this country and gets a master's degree. So I don't know. Albania, yeah. People get master's degrees because jobs require you to have like if you want to become a chemical engineer, you can't just have a bachelor's degree. You have to have if you want to become a mechanical engineer for Boeing, Raytheon, I don't know. Name some other. You need a master's degree. So just go to the if you wanna know an answer to that question, just go to LinkedIn, look up the job requirements, or type into Google any professional, anything in STEM, like anything engineering. Lockheed Martin. There we go. I forgot about them. I named Boeing before Lockheed. Anyway, I've sent you a link to the project. I'll explain more about it in our DMs. I firmly believe this is something that will be right up your alley, and I truly hope you consider my offer. I will look at it. I will definitely look at it. Damn, I have no degree, bro. Oh, by the way, a lot of don't. Here's another thing. Oh, no, no, no. Let's go back to the life stuff that we were talking about. So, in conclusion, maybe not in conclusion because I do ramble. The life that I was living doesn't fit. I don't like the way it feels, but I'm not mad at myself. I think earlier in the year when I was streaming, I was getting mad at myself. I was getting frustrated. I was like, why are you eating like this? Why can't you stay focused? Why can't you do this? Why can't you do that? But now, like last week, I just allowed myself to eat whatever the fuck I want. And then I was like, okay, let me get bored of this shit. I don't know. I had a lot more compassion for what I was going through. But now, this will be my third day in the gym. This is my third stream. So I'm trying to make a change. And that's all. Yeah, that's where I'm at right now. Damn, I have no degree. I mean, you don't have to worry about that, but I do think education is important. Don't let anybody and any of these internet people, these topics, tell you that education is not important. The data says that people with college degrees over their lifetime make millions more than people without it. So don't even, whatever. Don't let that. Not knocking anybody who is in a trade. I'm not saying a trade is bad, but historically, people who have come to this country who have literally slaved for their children to have education, and now we're in a world where a lot of these people are saying you don't need a degree to be successful. While that is true, you can't have a degree and be successful. They never say that part. Of course, you don't need a degree to be successful. But what are the chances that you're gonna, like, I don't know, hit it big with drop shipping or some shit? What are the chances that you're gonna make it big on YouTube? What are the chances that you're gonna become one of these content creators and start going to streamer university and showing your ass and titty all over the internet and making good coin? What's the chances of people actually wanting your feet pics? I'm just saying. What's the chance of you going to the NBA? What's the chance of you making millions of dollars? Some people, they want the money, but these are the same people who can't even. They can't even tear themselves away from their phones. What is the name of the site you are using for focusing? It's Cairo. All right. I probably should start studying. But yeah, I'm telling y'all, like, just give it some fucking thought. Where is I have 100 notebooks in my life, and I left some notebooks at home at home at my job. Oh Lord, I think I left all my notebooks at my job. Oh my God. Oh, here it is. Oh no, I don't have any of my notebooks. All of them are gone. I think I left them at work. So I'm gonna use computer paper. All right. Thank you so much, Kristen. I'm happy and welcome back. Thank you. Oh man, there was like two other people that were streaming alongside me. Oh, Angela. I wonder if Angela's still doing her thing. I haven't checked on her in a long time. But I got a job and I got tired. Whew. It's hot up in here. So take off all your clothes. By the way, oh shit, I gotta plug this thing in. Hold on, y'all. If I don't plug this thing in, I'm not gonna have a way to work. Lord. Oh, there. Is that it? Oh, Lord. I ride a bike to work. I got my e-bike because I'm fancy. I got an e-bike. Oh. And this is the battery. Can you see it? It's the battery on the e-bike. Let me go plug this in. Where can I plug you in, baby? All right. Okay. All right. Now we're gonna get into some studying. What's up, KR? Korean 24. It has been a while. All right, we're about to have a study session. I have my white paper here, very Caucasian, and I am going to start right now. It's not going to be a long stream because I have to go to work, and I do ride my bike to work, so I got to ride my bike to work, and then I don't know if y'all know that Texas is hot as hell, beyond hell. Y'all know how they have Beyond Bread? Texas is beyond hell. And yesterday, I know I got a full-time job. I'm employed. And it's been about 3 months, and my birthday is on Sunday. So anyway, uh, it was about 90. No, it was 100 degrees yesterday, the other day, right? Not yesterday, but the day before yesterday. It was so like I was riding my bike, and you know when you open the oven, and that air hits your eyeballs. That's what it felt like, and I was like, my eyes were like, what? It wasn't like irritating, but it was like a shock to my system. I was like, what the fuck? Anyway, let's try to do 50 hours. Oh, before I start, games I've been playing lately. I picked up Kingdom Hearts, and I'm either about to pick up Shin Megami Tensei 5 or um, Digimon Time Stranger. So if y'all have game recommendations, please put them in the chat. Uh, I'm feeling RPG ish. Okay, I gotta start now. All right. coat tags. Oh, and Javen, my birthday is Sunday. But thank you, I appreciate you. I think I messaged you back. Okay. Get your ass to work. Get your ass to work. List all movies and their ratings in percent. List all movies and their rating. What would I do to change this to... Do I multiply times 1? Do I point 1? need to move that down. It don't need to be extra. It can be medium. Hold on, what? Part of me just wants to multiply. Hold up. Rating from movies. Hold on, no, that's not true. Oh, by the way, I'm taking a remedial math class because I suck at math and I just need to do better. So y'all gonna see me do math stuff soon. I found this website. I just gotta pay $50 a month. So it wants me to do 8.2 times 100. Why would I do that? Hold on, I'm confused. Is this out of 10? So would it be 82%? I wonder, can I add a percentage sign to it? Will that work? Can I do that? That doesn't work. Whatever. List all movies that were released on even number years. So my question is, can I use modulus? How would I do that? List all movies that were released on even number years. Hold up. Was there another way to do that? Hold on, maybe there was another way to do it. I got it right, but maybe there was another way to do it. Okay, let's refresh. So let's see what they said for number one. Okay, so that's Oh, they just used the join. Okay, so what did they do for this one? Select title, rating, as rating percent movies. They just did join. I need to go over join. Hey yo, I'm back. My sleep schedule in shambles. It's okay. I do the same shit. You'll eventually fall asleep. Don't worry about it. List all movies that were released on even number years. So I'm assuming. So so what? So if we do title and then we do, let's see, let's do year. Can we do? Technically correct, but what I did, because I'm trying to use, because they're trying to teach expressions, but the way I'm looking at it is select. I would just select title. I would do year from movies. Where year modulus 2 equals 0. That would give us the even years. I want to know what their solution is. So this is my solution. Let's see what their solution to it is. Oh, it's the same thing. Okay. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, it's the same thing. Okay. I was overthinking that. All right. Continue. Oh my God, I'm an unk now. Lord God, I spent most of my life not being one. Jesus. But thank you. I don't know who you are, but hope your life is going well, or you're trying to make it go well. They'll allow you to summarize. Oh, congratulations. I also have an art degree. I pray for your success. My God. I have an art degree too. May God be with you. And I'm not trying to be mean. I'm glad that we moved on to functions in SQL because there were things I've been wondering because I want the data to answer questions, and sometimes I feel like. But anyway, it looks like we're getting into it. So this is just like Excel, like writing formulas in Excel. It's most likely for my Bachelor of Education next I intend on eventually becoming a full certified teacher in the future. Both my parents were teachers, so hell yeah. I don't. I imagine. I don't know how teaching in Canada is, but I hope it's better than teaching in the United States. I think you know. I don't know if you remember. I was a teacher. My mic is a bit low. You got to turn up your volume. So there's some common aggregate functions. Yeah, we did this in the last one. I forgot what group by does in Excel. My phone is on the bed. You gotta throw your phone. You gotta throw your phone on the bed. Get it away. Get your phone away from yourself. Don't let Instagram steal your focus. Try your best. Put the screen up next to put my stream up next to you and just try to study and put up your Pomodoro. Okay, so this is this. So below is a selection from customers table. So group by statement is used to group rows that have same values into summary rows, like find group by column 1 and 3, aggregate function on column 2. Okay. So essentially, we took the country, we put the count function on customer ID. So what I want is the total amount of customers from each city. So what I want is I'm going to select city from customers. So that should give us a list of cities. So then I want to say we're going to count so then we want to count the customer ID. Count customer ID as customer count. For some reason that doesn't work. So do I need to put it in these brackets that I saw? What's the of thing for? Select. So we're going to select the city. We're going to select the city from customers. Let me take a picture of. Why is it doing that, man? I'm gonna have to write this down. So we got customer ID. So my goal is to find the amount of customers from each city. So I know we have customer ID, customer name. I don't know why I put that in all caps. Contact name, address, city, postal code, country. Okay, so I know I want all the cities. So now I have a list of all cities. And some of them show up twice? Yes. So why don't we do distinct? Okay. Okay, so now they're distinct. And now I want to do why don't we have another one that says customer ID? Can we do that? Okay, it's in sequential order. So we're gonna do count customer ID from customers. I think it's group by city, right? And can we just say as customer count? Okay. And then we can say order by, is it, if we're descending, we're going from the top to the bottom. If we're ascending, okay. Yay, we did. Okay, so now we know the number of customers from each city. But it looks like I can do things like number of customers. I can't. And why was it able to do that? Oh, okay, I see. That was just an example that it was given. I'm slow. It was just putting those things in brackets as an example. You can get your own SQL server. This might be something we do. The following SQL returns the number of customers. Demo database. Yeah. Back when I was doing my React project, I was thinking about doing super base and stuff. I need to refresh my memory on joins. Yeah, yeah, joins. Join returns only rows that have matching values in both tables. So it does not include nulls. Returns all rows from the left table and only the match rows from the right table. Returns all rows from the right table and only the match rows from the left table. But it doesn't go over. Does it go over nulls? It's the only thing I see on null. I turned 35 on Sunday. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back over joins. Um, but let's finish lesson 10 and then I'll go back to, we got outer joins, multi-table queries with joins. We'll do lesson 6 and 7 again. Let's continue on with this one. Because we got common aggregate functions. These are the same functions you see in Excel. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. pause this. I gotta turn off my alarm. No, that's capital MIN. Gotta remember that. Capital, not. what are we gonna do? Okay, so this is what I'm thinking is gonna happen this weekend. But I don't know if y'all know, but tropical storm, it's a storm. Tropical storm Bertha is coming through the Gulf Coast, and she said, "Boop." That's it. So everybody was like, "Oh my God, we gotta evacuate." Let me tell you, down here they love to exaggerate the weather so that they can get clicks and views and engagement. Fuck it. So this weekend is I'm gonna because everybody likes to have a birthday week or a birthday month. I'm gonna say this is my birthday motherfucking weekend. So I want to stream. I might play a little. Nah, will I play some video games? I should because I've been thinking about getting Digimon Time Stranger. Um. Oh, by the way, like and subscribe. I will not be buying this shit. No, actually, if I had money, I probably would try because I just want to know what it's like. Um. I might be getting Digimon Time Stranger. By the way, let me copy this. There's this new thing in Opera GX where if I just type in this, it should pop up. Like if I type in, yeah, Digimon Time Stranger, it's $33.89. You see, it says that it's $59 right here. So I was thinking about playing some type of games. I'm already playing Kingdom Hearts or whatever, blah, 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 blah. Oh, this won the 2025 Japanese Game Awards. Oh, that's pretty good. Anyway, okay, so here's some things on my list. These are the things I'm going to do. Again, make sure you like and subscribe. When you subscribe, it helps me. And when you like, it helps me make sweet, passionate love to the algorithm since that's the only sweet love making I'm going to get in my life at this point. So let's see. I have a few questions before I go. Excel certification. Yeah, I'm starting to. I went to sleep early. But I like going to sleep early and waking up at this time. Okay, format, proctored, performance based tasks. Okay, so there is an Excel certification. I might do that. Now I have a question for Claude. Okay, here's my question for Claude. I'm learning SQL and I'm getting good at it. What data would I like? I want to maybe in a dev. I'm doing good. How you doing, Mr. Nook? Good news. All three of these areas have genuinely rich public data. Oh shit. What? Oh wow, that's cool. Shit, that's pretty cool. So we will be doing a lot of data stuff on this channel going forward because I'm very interested in the data because the data has all the things. For example, I found out recently that in the state of Texas, I don't know if I'm going to say this right, so take this with a grain of salt. In the state of Texas, they don't do incarceration. They don't publicly put incarceration. Like, I don't know if the data is by the offense committed. You know what I mean? Like, if somebody got stopped for weed, I don't know if that data, if they would be categorized as like a weed charge. I'm gonna have to look that stuff up, and I'm gonna come to you with better information. But there's certain things that I want to start understanding because, and I think it's very interesting because in the United States, let's take a lot of the political and social, contentions out of it. We have, hold on, who has the largest prison population in the world? The United States, followed by China and Brazil. All right. So 1.83 million people in the United States are incarcerated, and that is a wealth of data that people explore, but people don't necessarily care about. So I think it's interesting. And I found out that there's certain pieces of that data that aren't made publicly available. You have to do open records requests for it. And then there's data, and then some of that data gets taken away. Like there's certain data that is held. I don't know. Either way, I'm going to we're going to explore that a little bit more. I'm going to flesh this idea out because it's going to be a great place where I can practice my SQL skills, among other things. And these are the notes I took for today. Boop, boop. So I should start posting my notes online, like just so everybody can see it. So what I'm gonna do, we're going to do that. I'm interested in some of that data. Also, I want to do um, weather data in Texas, at least in my area, historical. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go brush my teeth, wash my face, get ready for work, ride my bike to work. I'm gonna make me a smoothie, and I'm gonna go to the gym after work, and then I may stream or I might not stream. Who knows? Who knows what's gonna happen? I might just play video games. Because I'm pretty sure after 8, well, I'm at work for 9 hours because we have, the break. We have 4 hours a break and then 4 hours, so that's technically I'm there for 9 hours. So yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm going to. I should because I'm a threat. I'm a threat. Can't you tell by this exterior that I need to be in a cell? Definitely, 100% lock me up because I have a problem. And my problem is that, and most people have died because of this, is that I like to tell the truth. I even tell the truth. Sometimes I tell the truth about me all the time, to myself. I think lately, hi, I'm from Brazil. Who are you? Hi, I'm from Texas. Who are you? All right. I'll talk to y'all later. Make sure y'all like and subscribe and I hope y'all have a wonderful day at work or touching yourself or doing whatever it is that you do in your free time. It's up to you. Okay, bye.